Your goal as a real estate agent should be to become the favorite agent in your local market. Meaning, when your potential clients are thinking about real estate agents, you should be their favorite. So in this video, I will talk about how we can make this into a reality. Alright, so how do you become the favorite real estate agent in your market? Well, we gotta start to understand what's the best way to use social media and to make this your reality. So first of all, we gotta be smarter in the way we use Instagram stories. Because from what I'm seeing, most real estate agents are using it in the wrong way. Or rather say, they don't see the absolute potential in how we can use it in the right way. So we should not just, make random updates, things as just look at me, how good I am. The real reason why stories is the absolute smartest way to make sure that you become your favorite agent for potential clients is because stories make you more familiar. Meaning it's probably one of the smartest way to make your potential clients get to know you. And now I want to make a very, very good example so you understand what I mean here. So for most of you watching this, you have seen the TV show called Friends. So insanely successful TV series. I don't know when it was launched, but it has so many episodes. So what I really want you to do is I want you to think about Friends. So the TV series, we talk about, all the characters. We have Rachel, Ross, Chandler, Monica, Joey, Phoebe, all of them. Those are the crew in the TV series. Those are the people we watch. Those are the people we follow. You spend time with them as more as you consume the TV series. So over time, what happens, the more you spend time with them, you start to get on favorite. And this, I want you to see as your goal is to do the same thing. You want to be the favorite agent in your local market, as you want to become the favorite in the TV show, in the real life TV show. And that's why, personal branding is so freaking important. Because if you think about it, how can you become the favorite agent in your local market if they don't know you, if they don't spend time with you? Well, from what I'm seeing, I do believe that it's absolutely impossible. So that's why we gotta look at personal branding in the same way as the TV series Friends. Because the more time your potential clients spend with you, the more familiarity creates, or you create more familiarity. And when you have more of that, you get more trust. And when you have more trust, they are more likely to choose you as their agent. And that's the goal. Really, honestly, to be straight to the point, your goal with posting things on social media is to get as many of your potential clients as possible to pick you as their agent. That's it. We want to have as many of them as possible want to work with you. So you want to become their favorite real estate agent. That's the ultimate goal. So you gotta think about it like this. So every real estate agent area, or every agent work in an area, and every market has agents. So there are many different personalities, different styles, different energy. Like all real estate agents are not the same if you just look at them, at a personal level. So you could argue well, we all have the same job. That's right. We work in different ways and we are different type of people. So that's why you gotta see it in the way about, okay, potential clients are watching. Who do they feel more connected to? Who do they trust? And who feels familiar? And if you look at it right now, it's such an open goal out there to, become the favorite agent in your local market, because from what I'm seeing, there are very, very few agents out there that are using the power of social media to make all of this I'm talking about in this video a reality. So if you're watching this, you should be extremely lucky, because if we look back at for this video a couple of years from now, this is going to be so more mainstream. And now I want to talk more about why stories really matter. So to make everything as simple as possible, we can see that normal posts in the feed, as picture posts, we have the Instagram Reels, etc. Now I'm talking mostly about Instagram. Reels is for reach, but stories is more for relationships. So what I absolutely love about Instagram stories is that it gives you this possibility to give your potential clients a more behind the scenes of your life, which means it shows the real you, because it's so much more hard to fake stories. So that's why it's more authentic, like who you are, how you work, more kind of like what your days look like. Like this is something that people absolutely love, because what happens is that when you share more about your day-to-day life and who you are, your potential clients will feel more connected to you. And this is very, very important. And as I talked about, like stories gives you this behind the scenes feeling. It's something that people love. And you could do simple things as, before a showing, after an open showing, before you go to a potential client meeting, you maybe put a picture on the building, all these things. If you take your, from when you start in the morning and go home in the evening, what things are you doing in the day-to-day life as a real estate agent? Simple things as, okay, maybe took 2 photos of 2 new listings this week. Well, maybe show them a glimpse of some pictures before it even goes live. Or even the best things you could do is to let them choose which pictures they like the most, and take that as valuable feedback to which picture you should have in the ad. So things like that. Or even, your daily routines and things that basically just happens in your life. You should not spam them, so you should be very intentional about what you're sharing, but I think you get the point. So you really want to let more people into your world. And to go back to the TV series, like your life is a TV series. So you want to get more people into your show. Like you are the main character in your life, and you want to get more people into your world. Of course, you don't want to share everything. You don't want to overshare, but you gotta be smart and intentional. You want to share so much that they feel that they get to know you. Like, okay, we know, if you watch a lot of videos of mine on YouTube, I always, I go on lunches here and there by people who invite me and want to go, for lunch with me. And a lot of times, one of the first things that they say is that it almost feels like we know you. So that phrase is gold. And the goal for you being a real estate agent is to get your potential clients, when you meet them for the first time in real life, you want them to say the same thing. And you do that by letting more of your potential clients into your world. So that's why we gotta be more strategic with the stories. So you should not just post random things. You gotta be sure that you're intentional, as I talked about before. So you maybe show work, values, and lifestyle. You show a little bit glimpse of your personality, because you want to make people feel like you know them. As I said before, like that's the ultimate goal. So now we're going to be more straight to the point and action. What should you do? Well, my recommendation based on everything I know is that you should post minimum 1 story per day. And the better thing to do is to post between 1 to 3 stories per day. But as we know by now, it's better to post one story every single day for the next coming year or for the next 12 months than try to post 3 once a day and you only do it for 2 months and then you quit. Because as we know by now, consistency is everything. Because the thing why 3 times a day is better than 1 time per day is because it's 3 times as much, and you get 3x the time spent with you. And what happens as by now, we understand that when people, your potential clients spend more time with you, it leads to more trust over time. And imagine you wake up tomorrow and every single potential client of yours, they trust you. Like, imagine how freaking powerful that would be. So I've already talked about this, what things you could be posting. So it's when you prepare for a client meeting. It could be even a market observation, what is happening on the market. Is there something huge that is happening in your local market? How is that affecting the real estate industry? Small wins that you had that you want to share. One thing that you tried with a listing that really did go insanely well. Things like that. So we really gotta understand that what you really want to do is you want to share your human moments. Because in a world of AI, where everything is just looking better and better and so polished that, we don't really, it doesn't feel human. Because with these videos I make, I try to make one cuts. So I try to not, edit the video too much. I try to do one takes. And I just believe that, we as humans, we say things wrong. The grammar is not 100% correct all the time. We maybe want to take a sip of water, things like that. So I do believe that having those moments in just makes it easier for us to connect with people, because we are as we are. And important to understand that you should not only post the flex things, as I said, the sold post, the luxury flexing, random things, beach club. Because honestly, I'm just going to be super, brutally honest here. Like, I've been here myself, and especially on Instagram, it's so easy that we just want to showcase the best version of ourselves. So when we go on trips, when we buy things, how much money we make, we want to flex. Like, we want to give people the best side of ourselves, like the top 1%. And the rest, we don't share it. And I do believe that is the wrong way to go about things, because that's not human, that's not you, because the other 99% is what makes people connect to you. So what's the goal here, really? Well, as I talk a lot about on this channel, the goal is not to become an influencer. You can relax, you can chill. The goal is not to, try to share everything and impress people. The goal is to get more of your potential clients to get to know you better. That's it. You want more potential clients to dig you and like you, and you want them, when they think about an agent, you want them to be you. You are their favorite. And as I said before, like, the more trust you get from your potential clients, the more money you're going to make. Like, that's the equation. So the result is really this. Like, if we're really going to think about, well, how do your potential clients get into your world? Well, first of all, if they see you on social media for the first time, your face pop up in their feed. They hear your thoughts, they follow your day, understand who you are, and you become familiar, and you become easier to choose. So the more times they see you, the more familiar you become. And when they start to dig your vibe, they maybe start to follow you. It's just like this snowball effect. It's just become bigger and bigger and bigger. And over time, you have more people that follow you and dig your vibe. And what happens is, well, you're a hell of a lot easier to choose. Because imagine you have 3 agents in your mind, and there's one of them that is your favorite. You just like them more. Is it easier to pick that person? Well, of course it is. We all have different friends in our lives, and a couple of them call them your best friends. Why is that the case? Well, you probably know them more. So the final message here is that we should not underestimate the power of Instagram stories. Because I want you moving forward to see your Instagram, and especially your Instagram stories, as your personal brand TV show. So use them wisely. Show them behind the scenes, let potential clients into your world, and become the real estate agent they feel like they already know. Because when you do that, I can promise you, you're going to make more money than you're currently doing today. And now don't forget to watch this video where I talk about one of the absolute most important things you can do as a real estate agent, and that is to make content for the right people. So if you want to get more leads, you gotta make content for the right people. And who is that? Well, watch the video.